We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Cześć, wiem, że ten tytuł miał premierę już ponad rok temu, ale jednak zakończyliśmy serię Silent Hill 2 Remake i brakuje mi właśnie tego dreszczyka, takiego strachu, więc postanowiłem, że tym razem spróbujemy sobie serii z Alan Wake 2 z tego tytułu. Trochę dreszczyku poczujemy. To jest to, co lubię tak najbardziej. Najbardziej lubię, tak? Widać, tu zaczynamy jakimś przybyszem. Cholera wie, co się z nim stało. Całość oczywiście ogrywamy na komputerze PC w 4K z ray tracingiem, z pad tracingiem włączonym, więc to powinno wszystko świetnie wyglądać. Mam nadzieję, że maszyna podoła temu wyzwaniu, bo ta gra jest dość wymagająca. Halo, ja tu jestem. Ja pierdzielę. Na razie nawet biec nie możemy. Gdybyśmy chcieli uciec przed czymś, nie mamy takiej możliwości. Okej, teraz. Gra zapisana. Tam raczej nie przejdziemy. Tutaj pod górę musimy się kierować. Kto przychodzi? O, dobra. Nie. Nie idziemy w tamtą stronę. Oj. Jakaś istna sekta, tutaj jakieś rytuały odprawiają w lesie. Niesamowite intro. Bardzo mi się podobało.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Zaproszenie, pierwszy rozdział. Okej, czy my możemy się tu rozejrzeć?
Before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Dobra. Jesteśmy tutaj na parkingu.
Down here, watching this dead guy. For safety.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Dobra, mieliśmy pójść w tamtą stronę, ale rozejrzymy się tutaj, czy czegoś ciekawego by nie było.
I need to go back.
Muszę wracać. No jasne, nie uciekniemy stąd, pani Anderson, nie? Bo w tej części, o dziwo, wcieramy się w kobietę, w panią Anderson.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Hey, did mentioned Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan.
federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Mamy świadków przestępstwa.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Bardziej naokoło się nie dało tego opowiedzieć, że zabrali mu serce.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Wiecie, o ile tak powoli ruszam tutaj na mapie w grze, to jest ok, ale jak tak szybko, to mam wrażenie, że to tak nie do końca działa jak powinno.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Dobra, spójrzmy teraz na mapę. Aha, dobra, to jest kółeczko moje. Tu się znajdujemy. Czekajcie, próbuję przybliżać. Gracz, dobra, aha. Ale scrollem. Cele. Wyjdź.
I need to think through the facts of the case. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Tablica dochodzeniowa jest techniką umysłową, dzięki której saga może analizować wskazówki i prowadzić śledztwo. No dobrze. Teraz nie wiem, czy coś się zacięło w tym tytule, czy jak. Klikam F, nic się nie dzieje, słuchajcie. Zrobię tu może małą pauzę i zobaczę, co się z tym dzieje. Dobra, słuchajcie, najwidoczniej coś się stało z grą. Nie wiem, co to była za sytuacja, bo teraz mogę wszystko przybliżać, oddalać. Możesz teraz swobodnie przyjrzeć się tablicy dochodzeniowej, naciśnij Escape, żeby wyjść. Dobra. A jak powrócić? No bo celem mamy spotkać się z zastępcą szeryfa Thorntonem przed sklepem.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Czyli do góry nie jest miejsce zbrodni, ale my sobie tu zajrzymy. No jak, żeby mogło być inaczej?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Dobra. Wiemy, że tu jest kłódka. Trochę mam teraz przyzwyczajeń, tak wam muszę przyznać, po Silent Hillu, że prawym przyciskiem myszki mogłem cofać.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Mistrzyni wirtualnych wypieków z Brit Falls. Chaos nad Caldon Lake. Napad szał przy domkach letniskowych. Niezidentyfikowany mężczyzna atakuje wczasowiczów wśród nocy. Generalnie będę przewijał wam to, w razie co będziecie mogli sobie przeczytać te notatki, a ja uzupełnię tuż po nagraniu je. Czy codzienne przechadzki chronią przed depresją? Zaginiony Doberman znaleziony na szlaku. Dobra. Zbliżyć możemy i wyjść escape'em. Pytanie, czy te notatki są istotne dla nas bardzo? Chować, kolego.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. To potężna góra w oddali to nic innego jak tylko Mirror Peak. Bardzo fajnie.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Czekaj, jak ty lecisz tam w dół, my rozejrzymy się tutaj chwilę w prawo.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
W ogóle, czy jest sens tutaj wbiegać pod tą górę? Aha. Już nie możemy, cofa nas gra sama, dobra. Ale tu w prawo może jak najbardziej uda nam się. Czy my go nie wyprzedziliśmy tutaj? To nie jest takie kółeczko? Wydaje się, że...
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a danger.
No pewnie, a kto by miał nas
Not a
tu
bad place to get
zaatakować?
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Mój tata powtarzał, że czasami w życiu trzeba zacisnąć zęby. Nie za bardzo wiem, o co z tym wszystkim, o co z tym chodzi, ale może cię to jakoś zainspiruje. Fragment maszynopisu. Czyli zobaczcie, już tutaj na starcie kazali nam Mogą być używane do ulepszenia broni w miejscu umysłu. Okej, czyli tu możemy sobie przechodzić u góry pomiędzy tymi punktami. Tu możemy sobie ogień ciągły. Znowu w łeb. Dobra. Ale tych fragmentów, jak widzicie, potrzebujemy bardzo wielu tutaj. Mortar Force. To potężne dzieło natury. Ożywia ducha w taki sam sposób, w jaki ożywia otaczającą je przyrodę. Już się cieszę, że zboczyliśmy ze ścieżki głównej, zajrzeliśmy tu, bo znaleźliśmy jeden maszynopis.
Welcome back, Anderson.
No, gdzie? No nie, przecież tam nie szedłeś. Szukałeś nas? Czy co?
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
To stawia budkę telefoniczną w środku lasu.
Try explaining it one more time.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Witch Hat. A jak to na mapie w ogóle nam się rysuje? Sklep wielobranżowy. Dobra, no to tu musimy się dostać, tak? Miejsce zbrodni. Czuję, że w tej grze możemy się zgubić w tych lasach.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Czy jest sens w ogóle tutaj tak krążyć mocno na starcie gry? Chyba tak. Jak ci się podoba ta robótka, bohaterko? Załatwiłem ją specjalnie dla ciebie. Fragment maszynopisu, ale to jest trzeci, tak? To my już jeden pominęliśmy. Miejmy nadzieję, że będzie można jego jeszcze odnaleźć. Dobra, lecimy, słuchajcie, na miejsce zbrodni. Chociaż jeszcze ten budynek sobie sprawdzić. Czemu nie?
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Kod. Nie wiesz co robić? Wykonaj poniższe kroki. Umyj ręce, wyjmij kurczaka z lodówki, zrób sobie drzemkę. Ale czasami zwiesi, wiecie? Jak się wychodzi z takich punktów, czasami jest zwieszenie tej gry. Nie wiem, czym to jest spowodowane. Teraz znowu spadek jest FPS-ów, ale już wracają do normy.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Najpierw było umyj ręce, tak? Pierwsza nasza zagadka do rozwikłania. Klepsydra. Weź coś z lodówki następnie. Niech to będzie przestroga dla pozostałych intruzów. Okej, służy konkretnemu celowi. Dobra. Klepsydra. Klepsydra pionowo. Zobaczmy, czy nam to się uda. Tajne skrytki. No proszę bardzo. Nie bierz niczego, jeśli nie jesteś jednym z drzew. Okej. Dobra, już nie ma co.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Yeah, that's me. Mulligan told me you were coming the other way.
Now, this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Blokowano pierwszy kluczowy obraz C. Pozwala sadze przejść aktywne wskazówki. Za pomocą możesz wybrać kluczowy obraz i umieścić go na tablicy dochodzeniowej.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Kontynuuj. Sformułować nowe pytanie. Więcej obrazów nie mamy tutaj. No niestety.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Dobra, idziemy do tablicy dochodzeniowej. Ciężki uraz klatki. Kto go skrępował?
Think, Saga.
Jeszcze za bardzo nie wiem, jak to działa.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Okej, kontynuuj. Wskazówki odpowiedziały na otwarte pytania i odblokowały dedukcję. Możesz sprawdzić zaktualizowaną listę celów. Dowiedz się więcej o ofierze, dowiedz się więcej o zabójcy. No okej, to oczywiste tutaj. Jak sobie przejdziemy, ofiara, zabójca.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Tak naprawdę my wiemy, nie? Co tu się zdarzyło.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Myślę, że to są nieistotne wskazówki tutaj w tym momencie. No i zobaczcie, ścinka jest powieścią niemiłosierna. Słuchajcie, zrobię tu kolejne cięcie. Dobra, jesteśmy tutaj. Zobaczymy, jak się teraz będzie grało. Tu nic więcej nie ma. Tutaj też zebraliśmy wszystko. Zobaczmy przy stole. Tablica. Na później. No dobra. Mam nadzieję, że tu nie da się pomylić z tym. Zobaczmy, jak teraz po wyjściu.
Was it brought here or brought here after? For display. I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Okej, tu mamy sprzęt też, żeby pod kontrolę. Dowiedz się więcej o ofierze, dowiedz się więcej o zabójcy. Naprawdę to ja chyba już bym nie chciał tutaj gdzieś wędrować sobie, a dowiedzieć się więcej na temat tej zbrodni.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Śledztwo. Dobra, to będzie na tamtym terenie. Robimy to śledztwo z tymi ścinkami.
Search online. And I know how to keep confidential matters confidential. Look, I get that the UFO thing was a joke, but you're probably trained to joke about it, right? To deflect, hide the truth from the average Joe.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Przecież robię co mogę.
Large amount of blood on the table.
O cholera, tego nie zauważyliśmy. No, widocznie tego nie wiemy. Będzie zabójca.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. and sisters.
Dobra, czyli my wiemy teraz, kim on był. Ale czy to nam wystarczy, żeby ruszyć dalej? Nie za bardzo. Czyli jednak nie tacy dobrzy detektywi z nas, jak nas zareklamowano. Przecież my tu zadeptamy wszystko. My tu zadeptamy. Aż strach stwierdzić, że... No, wkurza mnie ten napis mapy. Rozmowa, nowe wybory. Z kim mogę pogadać? A!
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state, but yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Dobra, ale dostaliśmy kolejną poszlakę. Musimy rozkminić, jak zacznie to działać. Działa.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
No na to pytanie nie znam odpowiedzi.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Możesz użyć profilowania w miejscu umysłu sagi, żeby zajrzeć do umysłu podejrzanego lub ofiary. Saga może odkrywać nowe wskazówki poprzez profilowanie. Zaginiona osoba.
Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Mord rytualny.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Tylko co on miał w sobie? No to serce mu wyrwali? Łowcy organów? A co tu z kubeczkiem my możemy ogarnąć?
This mug always cheers me up.
Nie najgorsza mama. Będzie trzeba się przyzwyczaić do tego pomieszczenia. Sprofiluj ofiarę, ale dobra, czyli co, my musimy tam wrócić? No sprofilowaliśmy ją.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake.
Dobra, tu powtarzają. Z Koldor. Sprawdź brzeg jeziora. Teraz takie zadanie. A w ogóle czekajcie, tam było...
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Kurde, ale fajne to profilowanie. Wcześniejsze morderstwa. Dobra, ale to mamy, nie? Słuchajcie, znowu oddalanie nie działa. Znowu nie mogę przybliżyć i oddalić. No szkoda, że to tak działa.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Gadasz?
Let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Czekaj, czekaj.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Dobra, każą nam znowu przypisać to do tablicy. Drop się urwał.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Mhm. A, zabójca nas obserwuje, twierdzi Saga.
I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Miejsce zbrodni. Mamy iść nad jezioro. Z Nightingale. Tu mamy jakiś drogowskaz. Twoja lokalizacja. Zero podpowiedzi w tej grze. Co myślisz, że się tam cofamy?
A witch with no heart. A strange
Wiedźma bez
echo of
serca. Może to ta wiedźma zabija? Słuchajcie, ja mam wrażenie, że mi scroll tu nie działa. Przestaje działać po prostu w tej grze scroll i dlatego ja nie mogę tam przybliżać i oddalać, bo wydaje się, że tutaj w tej notatce powinno być coś więcej. Ej, no ale nie mamy nic. Czemu to nam każe chodzić tutaj? W ogóle co się dzieje, że tam takie niebieskie mryga? Niebieskie,
I think I
żółte.
saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Pewnie, że za głęboko. Latarka nic tutaj nie daje. Dobra, nic nie widziałam.
Anderson.
A, dobra. Tu możemy się wspiąć. Myślałem, że tu jest coś do podniesienia. Myślałem przez chwilę, że ona już nie zejdzie.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Dobra, spróbujemy, może ci już wrócili, może ten skrypt się jakoś odpali, bo na ten moment naprawdę w tym śledztwie nie do końca wiem, co my mamy zrobić. My już mamy się dowiedzieć. Coś jeszcze. Ulepszanie broni. Profilowanie to nie mamy co profilować, bo go sprofilowaliśmy, prawda? Strona jeszcze.
In the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Aha, i tylko serce niby było dla odwrócenia uwagi.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Kurde, ty, czyli to profilowanie całe i wszystko będzie bardzo istotne tutaj.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Dzięki. Klucz do skrótu.
Thanks. Let's get the car. Drive to Bright Falls.
Gdzie
Talk
ty
to these
idziesz? Tu jest
witnesses.
ta furtka, nie? Tam?
The diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Coś tu
A
jest.
lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Wszyscy siedzimy w tym razem, bohaterko. Życzę bohaterskiego dnia. Już było warto tu zajrzeć, a broń mamy? Nie, nie mamy. Powiem wam, łatwo się
Can't fit the
tutaj
clues
zgubić.
altogether yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Ten sam klucz? Serio? Czy my w ogóle idziemy w dobrą stronę?
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Here we are.
Ja
Let's head back to
prowadzę.
town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Przysłuchaj świadków w restauracji. To nie wygląda na restaurację. Radio. Strony maszynopisu możemy tutaj czytać.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Okej, czyli to jest ten pierwszy maszynopis. Tutaj nic nie mamy na tablicę dochodzeniową.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
W ogóle gdzie jest? U nas nie ma. Gracz. Co tu się znowu odwaliło, słuchajcie, z tą mapą? Mapa nieodkryta, dlatego nie możemy. Okej. Tak, wszystko tu mają
I
pozamykane.
need something to cut this.
Aha, coś do przecięcia. Nawet nie chcemy na klucz swobodnie otwierać zamków, tylko ciąć, już się włamywać. No to jest gra, w której trzeba eksplorować, bo jak widzicie, te maszynopisy dają nam później ulepszenia do broni.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome back, Anderson.
Spoko. On idzie za nami.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care.
Deerfest, nie? Wspominali o tym.
Oh dear. You.
Tu wygląda na miejsce, jakby miało być coś ukryte. Dobra, tam nie przejdziemy.
Who else to keep this city clean if not I?
Z chęcią zdobyłbym mapę tego miejsca. Dobra, wracamy. Tu jedyne co jest ukryte, to przejście. Skąd ta babka tu się wzięła? Mapa.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Ritz Falls. Tutaj mamy wrócić. No naprawdę, scroll nie działa, słuchajcie.
The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Coś mi mówi, że musimy zrobić profilowanie, dokładnie. Z tego względu, że oni coś tu oszukali mnie.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Okej. Nie, dobra, wyłączamy, bo wiecie. My tu nic nie mamy. Sprawy, inna sprawa. Wcześniejsze morderstwa.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Zajebiście ekscytujące.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
A ja muszę spowodować, żeby scroll mi zaczął w tej grze działać. Nie wiadomo dlaczego on nie działa. Dobra. Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Skrytki kultu.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Zdecydowanie będziemy się rozglądać. Co my mamy za cel? Przesłuchaj świadków w restauracji. A dobra, to ich od razu ogarnamy.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Dziwna babka. Wołacie mnie?
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Kurde.
I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult.
Wiecie co bym chciał? Tutaj generalnie zapis.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Komputer. Koniec. Powy, robisz nowy.
Some patience, please.
Jestem waszą sekretarką. Nie jestem waszą sekretarką. Przypomnienie. Coroczny grill z lokalną społecznością.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods.
Agent?
And a tour guide also. Spare season.
Tak, słucham.
Help.
Dobre.
Did somebody call for a tour guide?
Okej, będzie tu zapis, panowie, czy nie?
Next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Czyli tutaj możemy im też coś podbierać.
I can't get through this. Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
Możemy zapis zrobić. Ulepszanie broni, profilowanie, radio, telewizor, strony maszynopisu. Dobra, wiecie co? Ja w tym miejscu zrobię zwyczajnie koniec odcinka, bo i tak zrobił nam się bardzo długi odcinek i spotkamy się od tego miejsca w kostnicy już. Po tych pierwszych poszlakach, które możemy umieścić na tablicy i tak dalej. Mam nadzieję, że wam odcinek się podobał. Jeżeli tak, koniecznie zostawcie kciuka w górę i subskrybujcie kanał, aby nie ominęły was kolejne odcinki. Cześć!